region, the paper reports on this land situation in Gadowa and Madakunai too. Get to read more from the far north region on that land situation. Protection of children, most especially during this moment of holiday, says journalist Nadine Yambo. Comes out with this political state when it comes to child protection. We move on to the next paper, Luswa, for this morning. It says when Fikafood wants to get stranded, or going to get stranded the match between Cameroon and Cape Verde, according to Luswa, for this day. And we move on to this agency for quality. It talks of the discourse of perspective for well living of the population top towards that organization's core value. Taking you now to the Guardian Post of Christian Gap for this morning. The Guardian Post for this day have as late story Cameroon on global stage again following the voting of Yang Philemon as United Nations General Assembly President. And while Environment Day that was celebrated 2 days ago, Orange Cameroon engages in plastic waste collection in the city of Douala at National Finance Committee meeting. The paper reports the Minister of Finance says Cameroon on path is the General Manager of the Southwest Development Authority. So something else with Mitasiong for today says Cameroon Cape Verde V for victory. That is what you can find as a lead story of Mitasiong of Thierry Tiaga for this morning. Obituary Lukwa quits the stage, and medical council, it says the ordinance of auto medication. Get to read more on that said publication of Mutation for this morning. Le Medecin for today talks of the match versus Cameroon versus Cape Verde. It talks of in the Lions dens. Get to read more on that publication on the preparation of the Lions towards the Blue Sharks of Cape Verde tomorrow exactly at 2 p.m. at the Amadou Ahidjo Stadium. Cooperation ties between the Ministry of Public Health and the World Fund, it says harmonized intervention for a better result. Crossover to the Parliamentary Affairs newspaper for today, Kodu Parliament report on the sports question. It says Honorable Kamsulu Abba KB showcases the publication for this morning. Khmer Press for today says Philemon Yang, president of the 79th session of the United Nations Organization meeting slated for this September in the city of New York. The Douala Port Authority are perfect accord with the PPP. You want to find more on that publication for today. Le Reporter Hebdo for today says 79 General Assembly meeting of the United Nations Organization. The man of the president gets to read more on that said paper for today. La Voix du Consommateur of Amphos IEC Abena have away from their country. That is what you can find on that set paper for today on how Cameroonians are running away from the nation. And that said, the paper of Alphonse Abena IEC, the paper report on cooperation. It says Americans comes to this movement of consumers protection. You want to find more on that publication for today. World Health Organization, is the paper says the recommendation accorded by the WHO. Ergue du Sahel for this morning talk of the Kobo locality. It says the subsection of the National Salvation Front Party of Issa Chiroma Bakari installed, and Mayo Dane talks of Honorable Wadira Angeline Epous Bagela offers 120 health equipment to some women who are in dire need of such facilities. We take you now to Enfo Asho report on Cameroon runs the world following the voting of the Philemon Yang, former Prime Minister of the country, as the 79th United Nations General Assembly President. And we move on to this other story. Honorable Kwaluk, it says it talks of President of the Liki football field is dead, or the Leke football girls is dead. That is what you can find on that paper for today. Away from info show, we take you to this other one, Leactivateur. It talks of the Cameroon Football Federation, Fika Food in the heart of shows mania. Get to read that preoccupation of that set paper for today. And honorable distinction, the paper report on Apollonie Flair Blas, who was accorded this triple medal for her outstanding works. Get to read more on page 8 on the Activateur newspaper for this morning. And Horizon Info for today talks of Cameroon Cape Verde. Fika Food is responsible for the organization of the match, according to Professor Kumfondo, who happens to be one of the executive members of the Cameroon Football Federation. Meet Fika Food. Get to read more on that set paper for today. The Ministry of Public Health, headed by Manauna Malashi, is talking on October 2024. It talks of health preoccupation for those living in the city of Yaoundé. We now visit the Nigerian tabloid. We'll start off with the first Nigerian tabloid for today. That is the first Nigerian tabloid for today is the Vanguard. Vanguard's newspaper for today talks of minimum wage talk. It says Labour gets restive as federal government plays a waiting game, and reps move to create new state of southeast as bill passes first reading. And what qualification, it says Fininzi unleashes Ihanocho and Lukman for the attack line against the match between Bafana Bafana of South Africa. Daily Independent for today talks of federal government fails to present new officer raises committee fine-tune negotiations, and Akume asks Nigerians to remain calm, says Tinubu is working. Federal government debunks allegations of 5.4 trillion naira budget for subsidy payment in 2024. PDP asks Inspector General of Police to arrest Ari ex Adamawa Rec for prosecution. Get to read details on the page 9 on Daily Independent for this morning. And we take you now to the next paper, that is Sporting Sun. The sports paper says Lukman Boniface to lead Eagles attack line against Bafana match for the qualification of World Cup 2026 scheduled for United States of America, Canada and Mexico. We move on to Michael Victor Moses make Iwabi all-time Super Eagles 10 or 11, I beg your pardon, and transfer experts provides fresh updates on Osimhen's Napoli future. Cristiano Ronaldo breaks Twitter records. Get to read details on that sports story for this morning. We move on to another sports story for today. We have our plans, according to the head coach of the Super Eagles of Nigeria, Fininzi, who bullish ahead of first real test against tricky South Africa. Anthony Joshua beat two boys, and in that set paper, Bellingham to undergo surgery, and Arsenal set to beat United in 85 million euro Nev transfer. We move on to another tabloid for this morning from the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Daily News Hub report on petrol subsidy. Tinubu must come clean, says Atiku Abubakar. Minimum wage package. The paper report on confusion over finance ministers allege 105,000 naira proposal as minimum wage. Shutting down national grid by Labour is reason why SGF declares. You want to find details on that paper for today. And First News reports on 5.4 trillion naira fuel subsidy scandal amidst presidency denial. Atiku Tinubu refused to give in. Finance Minister of Nigeria submits new minimum wage to template to Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Senate passes bill to increase salaries to OCJN, Supreme Court, and other justice official in the law sphere of Nigeria. The metrics for this morning is the last publication for today. Report on the minimum wage package. Hope rises for Nigeria's workers. Get to read details on that publication for this day. And Afreximbank disburses another 925 million US dollars under the Nigerian National Petroleum Company, known as the NNPC. Get to read details on this. Various newspapers of your choice, as a paper in Cameroon costs just 400 francs, while in Nigeria it's just 100 naira. For me and the entire